protect your soul. I'm walking alone, the streets are empty. The only thing I can see is my own silhouette. I'm getting stronger, step by step. The clock is ticking, but there's no time for...
Yo, what's going on, guys? It's your boy, Epic Smasher. What's the word? Good to see everybody. Let's go. Okay, I see that. I see it. A little bit of loud. What up, Chantel? What up, Ben? What up, Ducky? Alfie? I like it. Oh, you know what? I gotta turn this. Oh. Boom. Yup, I seen that echo. Sammy says, yo, what up, Sammy? What's the word, my people? What is the word? Good to be here, guys. Today is Motivational Monday. You guys know what it is. We give you guys advice, whether it's through life, give you a different perspective, different view on what you're going through, positivity, some motivation, optimism. And we have a whole bunch of questions from last week up until now, and you guys who are in the chat, everybody who's here tonight, you have the ability to ask questions in the chat, and I'm going to authentically answer right from here. So if you guys ask questions through this Discord, I'm going to answer them right now as we go through the live. Now, I do not see these questions until this very moment, so as we go through, and Ben, my brand manager, as you guys know, will send over the messages. That's when I read them, and that's when I give my authentic answer. So you guys are bossy bosses to the max. I'm just going to go ahead. I don't know if you guys know Neuro Gum, but it's my favorite. Energy and focus, guys. I am addicted. This is like my third pack. I always buy the 90. When I first bought them, I bought the small ones. They're like, I think 10, 12 in a pack. But you get a better value when you guys go for the big package, which is 90. You can get them on Amazon Prime. But I eat them like they're candy. It is gum, but it gives you energy, focus, all the greatness. It tastes good. You guys know me and my gum. You guys know me and NeuroGum. Best friends. You guys should definitely get it. You guys are bossy bosses to max. I freaking love you guys. Ow, ow! Let's go. I see you, Sherry. Boom. Bada boom, bada bang, baby. Okay, let's get this zoomed in, huh? Maybe not. All right. Sherry says, what up, Smasher? How are you? I'm doing amazing. I am doing amazing, Sherry. Primo. This gum is so good. So good. My son is like, why does it taste like ice cream? It really does. This is the... I think it's peppermint. Yeah, it's peppermint. It's a peppermint, but it tastes so freaking good like ice cream, guys. Like, you should really, really give it a go. If you guys haven't tried it, you should give it a go. I swear on everything. Energy, focus, so good. Melissa says, you look cute. Oh, well, thank you. I appreciate that. You guys, usually, I always wear monochrome. Which is the same color. But I did an AI version of myself the other day. Whipped up some little clips, and it put its own design on it. Usually I wear monochrome. It put its own design, and it had me in a cream hoodie and a blue jacket. I was like, I already have a blue jacket. Let me go get a cream hoodie. And bada boom, bada bang. I was like, dang. I was impressed. I like the way it looked. Thank you. I appreciate that. William, Cody, Bess, what up, bro? Let's go. I'm ready for the first question, guys. Who's ready for Motivational Monday? Who's ready for a Motivational Monday while chewing on some Neuro Gum? It's so yummy. Yeah, that's right. What up, Cody? Sammy says, me. That's it. What up, Cody? Talk to me, my friend. Ducky says, please read mine. I don't see yours. Is it in the Discord? Did you put it in the Discord? If you put it in the Discord, Ben, my brand manager, literally like siphons through them all and finds out basically which ones would be applicable. So if yours was applicable, it's probably going to get chosen. So I'm hoping and praying that I can be able to help you out tonight. Ducky Bucky, you're always here. Use a bossy boss. But if you put something in the chat, I did not see it. But if it's in the forum for Discord, I don't see them to this very moment, guys. So you get authentic answers from me. You don't get me like, yo, let me look at this question, then let me think about what I'm going to say. No, I just literally get it in this moment and then give you my answer. William Cody Biff says, how can NeuroGum motivate you? Bro, NeuroGum, if you guys don't have energy, if you don't have focus, NeuroGum can give you what you need. It's going to motivate you because it's going to give you that energy. It's going to give you that focus, whatever your task is. If you need to run, probably not with gum because you might choke on it. But if you need the energy to stay awake while you're at work, if you need the energy to be able to do whatever project it is and just stay locked in, this is where it's at. You guys always see me chewing NeuroGum. This stuff has me locked in, y'all. What? Why, TikTok? Why? Oh my gosh. TikTok hates me, guys. TikTok hates me. Live visibility restricted. Your live is not eligible for recommendation and is restricted in search results because it redirects users to purchase products outside of TikTok. This is in line with our For You feed eligibility standards on the community guidelines, which we are updating to support the best user experience. You guys flag me on every little bit, TikTok. Y'all are on another level. Literally, they don't push me. Their content. What's going on? TikTok, you know what I say? Let people do what they want. Quit controlling people, okay? Man, I'm still going to do what I want. All right. Anyways, let's get back to NeuroGum since they ain't going to... I ain't telling anybody what to do. I'm saying if you guys like this product, you should go get it. You should go give it a go. And I know that on Amazon, they have a really great price. That's where I get mine. So TikTok, if you don't like me saying that, that's on you. I'm giving them the best deal. They can search NeuroGum on TikTok and see if it has good enough prices. Sure. Give it a go. I've never done it, so I don't know. I'm just giving you experience. That's what I give. Motivational Mondays is about experience. I'm giving you my opinion based off my life experiences. Come on, TikTok. NeuroGum's the shit, man. Cody says, I'll try some on TikTok Shop, but it will make me go Super Saiyan. There we go. That's right. It very well may. Try it on TikTok Shop. Give it a go. You might find it cheap. Compare your prices. Always compare your prices, y'all. Owen says, yo, W. Felipe says, I'm from Brazil. Let's go, my boy. Let's go. That's what I'm talking about. Welcome, Felipe. Welcome, everybody. Welcome, Felipe from Brazil. That's how you know you're cool. Ben. All right, here we go, you guys. Next, this is the first question. The first question is, I'm always the one helping my friend through their bad days, but they never checking in on mine. How do I find people who care about my struggles too? It's a good question. It's a good question, guys. If you're always helping your friends through bad days, you're a good friend. Keep being you. Keep doing that. Be an example. When you're an example for your friends, they may learn that trait because they see that quality in you. It may take them 50 tries. It may take them 100 tries. It may take you years. In addition, if you don't ask for that type of support, nobody can read your mind. You have to ask for that type of support if that's what you're looking for. So if you want somebody to check in on you, especially on your bad days, you have to let them know when, first off, your bad days are. Because if you're the foundation and you're the anchor, they may assume that you just have good days. So what I would say is you let your friends, especially if you consider them friends, how to support you. Say, hey, I would really love if you called in and checked on me from time to time. and ask me how my day's going. That really, really helps me on my bad days. Then, if you verbalize it and they don't do it, okay, now you have something to be like, okay, hey, I verbalized it. They can't show up in that way, and not everybody can. It's a skill. You clearly have it, whether you're born with it or whether you obtain it. But in addition, is you're going to find those friends by going to certain places. The example would be where people like to care for people. The example would be is, let's say, a food pantry. I'm not saying that you're going to guaranteed find these type of people, but when you go and put yourself in different scenarios, especially if you want somebody to care for you, you have to go to places where people care. So you'd go to like a food pantry. You'd get friends there. And those friends may reach out to you or may see if you need any type of help or support. And they're maybe more apt to being like, hey, you like this support? I'm actually really good at that support. But if you don't ask, you'll never know. If you don't go to places where people genuinely care, like, for example, you go to, you know how like physicians or doctors or some places have like, yo, get your shots here today, whatever it is, right? You can go to those and be like, hey, you know what? I think you're a really cool person. I really love that you guys care. You guys are a doctor, you're a nurse, you're a technician, whatever it is. Oh, hey, listen, I think you guys care and you guys are really amazing people. Just start a conversation. Genuinely start a conversation, and you might build a friendship from there because they genuinely care. You could go to like a church. You could go whatever your religion is. Go to there, and you might find people who care, who have that ability to be able to give you that focus. People are always praying for people at church. They care. So they may want to check in on you. But first speak about it. First speak about it. Okay? That's what I would say. Cody says, your patience is trying to grow, but to illustrate, check in on you. How does autocorrect make typos? I was trying to figure out what that was. I was like, what do you mean? Like on this live, but he is right. There are a lot of local meetup and pages in your area. Yeah, exactly. You can find them. You just got to find out where are the people that care. Don't go to a place that, let's see, UFC fight, for instance, right? I'm not saying don't go to a UFC fight. I love UFC fights. But what I am saying is, you're most likely going to find somebody who cares if you go to a blood donating spot, like where they're just doing it out for the public, versus going to a UFC spot. You're most likely going to find somebody who cares versus who wants to see certain things. Like, I'm just comparing the examples of like, you don't go to a football game if you want, like, they're there to see people roughed up. Not that you're not going to find people that care there. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying you need to put yourself in a more prone position to find people who care. You can find groups, just as you said, you can find groups online, whether it's Facebook, who are like 18 plus who care about each other. Or let's say you're a dad or a family member or somebody who has kids, parents who teach each other. Like, go to where they're teaching because they probably care. Like, something like that. Those are the examples I would give. Biker Boy says, hello, what up, Biker Boy? Mason says, hi, Epic, what up, bro? Ducky Bucky says, should I tell someone about my heart because they have gotten worse and more frequent? Yeah, Ducky Bucky, you should definitely tell anyone who cares about you about your heart. You should tell us about your heart. You should have that emergency contact. You should not be afraid to tell somebody that you're going through something, especially with health. If I was your father, Ducky Bucky, and you didn't tell me that you had health issues, let's say I'm a great dad and I'm checking in on you. Hey, how you doing? How is everything in life? And how are you doing physically, mentally, emotionally? And you are too scared to show those things. Well, one, I should be creating a safe space where you should feel welcome. But in addition, is if you don't tell me those things, how am I ever going to know? And then if something does happen to you, me as a father, I'm going to feel so guilty that I didn't bug you enough or whatever, or ask identifying questions enough to find this information out and get it from you. Because if something were to happen to you and I'm your dad, I'm going to feel guilty for the rest of my life. I am. Because I didn't check on you. I didn't see how my boy's doing. I didn't see how my girl's doing. I didn't see how my family member's doing. I didn't see how my brother's doing, my sister's doing. If something happens to you, they're going to have guilt. They're going to have extreme amount of guilt. But if you give them the chance, if you tell them, and then they don't help, or they don't give you words of wisdom, or they don't get you that doctor's appointment, or they don't drive you to that appointment, or they don't help you get checked up, that's on them. Let them have that guilt then. Let them have those feelings after. But if you don't let them be known, you're just saying, okay, hey, you're just automatically assuming that they don't care. And then in addition is you're making a choice for them. You're making a choice for them, and they're going to feel bad their whole entire life that they weren't there for you when you really needed it. Don't allow them to go through that. Don't allow them to go through that. That's such a pain as a father, as a parent, as any type of relative who knew that they could potentially help. Your parents may have knowledge, or they may know someone who has knowledge that can help you in your situation. They may know somebody who knows something, whether it's holistically, whether it's a treatment, whether it's whatever it could be. You gotta let somebody know. Felipe, we'll see you, bro. You're a legend. Cody sending out the roses, sending out an airplane. Let's go. William says, go volunteer and be intentional in making new relationships. That's right, too, on the last question. That's right. Be intentional. Go volunteer. You're going to find people. You will. In terms of lighting, let me check the lighting. Try that. There we go. That's fine. There we go. Talk about it. Talk about it. That might be a little bit too red, but let's bring it up one notch. Okay. Be wise and start thinking about kids. Yeah. Start thinking about your family. Start thinking about who's around you, who could care. Who wants to be able to do that? Oh, Cody says, I have a question. I'm 34 and considering on finding a wife. When would it be wise to start thinking about kids? That's okay. Okay. I thought you meant in regards to that. That's a great question. Great question, Cody. So his question is he's 34. He feels like, I'm 34% in. Say we live to 100 or plus. He's 34% in. And is considering to finding a wife. When would it be wise to start thinking about kids? Well, we can think about kids at any time. When we start thinking about a family, that primes our brain to be like, I'm looking for a woman who would be good around my kids. As in, I'm looking for a woman who's going to be good with kids. I'm looking for a woman who can raise kids great. I'm looking for a woman who's going to show up for the children. I'm looking for a woman who is going to want to start a family and continue that. I'm looking for a woman who's long-term and going to show my kids how a relationship should be. I'm looking for a woman who's going to show the kids how to show up for the husband. I'm looking for a wife who's going to show the kids how to act when I'm not present. But vice versa. You got to be the husband that's going to show the kids how to show up for a woman. You got to be that husband that's showing up for the woman. You got to be that husband who's going to be financially stable and capable of handling a wife and children. You got to create that foundation. So you just got to ask yourself, do I have a foundation? Can I support a wife? And then once I can support a wife, can I support kids on top of that? If you can support yourself, your kids, and have that found, and your wife, or if you can support your wife, and if you can support yourself, your wife, then you can start about thinking about kids. Can I support all three of us? Or can I support us two plus however many kids we're going to have? Do I have a place that's going to allow them to have a great foundation environment? Or am I in a place right now that there would be short of things, as in food, as in shelter, as in environment, as in good neighborhood, as in schooling? Are they surrounded by family and support? So these are some of the questions to ask. If you have that foundation, start looking for that woman. Can you take care of a woman? That's the first answer, or first question. If you can take care of a woman, then that's a first start. You know what you can do on your end. Are you looking internally and saying, what kind of woman do I want? Do I want a woman who's promiscuous? Or do I want a woman who's going to make sure that she knows how to raise these kids and be like, okay, this is how we show up. This is the type of woman you're going to want. This woman is going to make sure that she's taking care of her man. But then once again, you got to be internal with that and say, am I going to be the type of man that's not looking at every other woman? Am I going to be the type of man that has my focus, laser eye focus on this queen? Am I going to treat her like a queen? Is my kids going to see that? Once you show up in that way and you're internally right with that, then you can be like, okay, I know what I'm looking for. I know what I want. I know that I can show up that way, and I can have these interactions that's going to give me your kind of like vetting out these women to find out who they are and what they care about. Are they going to show up the way that you want them? But are you going to show up for that girl the way you want it? Is this a forever relationship, or is this temporary? Is this something that you just want now, or is this something that you'll carry on forever? And then once you find that woman who's aligned with you, if you guys are in alignment, you guys have the same core values, you have the same beliefs, and it doesn't have to be exactly, but she's not going to fight you on your belief, and you're not going to fight her on her belief. And that you guys can have, if you guys get into a disagreement, it's not a separate, it's how do we fix this together? How do we fix this rupture together? I'm not going to ignore you. You're not going to ignore me. We're not going to just go separate ways. That we're actually going to work this together, because it is you and her against the problem, not the problem allowing you guys to exit that situation. So find a woman. Once you find that woman and you vetted her to find out, am I okay with the past? Am I okay with who she is now? Will she be that person who I need in the future? And ask yourself the same things. And if the answer is yes, then move forward with that woman. If you guys have that conversation early on, you got to find out, does this woman even want kids? If the answer is yes, okay, you vetted her enough to find out if she wants kids. How is she going to show up for kids? Does she like children? Is she good around children? Do you like children? Are you good around children? Are you going to be that parent that's absent, or are you going to be an active parent? You got to find out these things. And if the answer is I'm going to be an absent parent, well, then you probably shouldn't have kids. But if the answer is, okay, I'm going to be there for my kids every step of the way, not be a helicopter parent. That's not what I'm saying. We don't want to be a helicopter parent, because that's how you create rebels. However, you want to be the parent that shows them that it's safe and secure. It's safe, they're secure, and that they can come to you no matter what about anything. A successful parent is somebody that when their kids get older, that they come back and see them, whether it's every week, every month, every holiday, and it doesn't have to be every, but it's just when you know that your kids are coming back to you, that's how you know you're a successful parent. So once you know that she wants kids, you want kids, you kind of vetted that process. Are you going to be good? Is she going to be good? Is this a forever thing? Does this person vow in that way? Or do they believe that when things get hard and rough that they can back away out of a relationship? Because there's a difference between a boyfriend and a girlfriend versus a husband and a wife. And I think that's where we're losing traction nowadays, is people are using a husband and a wife as an example of a boyfriend and a girlfriend. We shouldn't just be leaving under stupid circumstances. This should be one of those things that we tried everything we could and it just didn't work. Okay, there you go. Understood. But if it's, okay, I just don't want to be with this person because this person looks nice. No, we need to vet, and we also need to vet ourselves and find out, is this something that I would do in the future? If so, then I probably shouldn't be with either that individual, or I got to really work on myself in order for me to be with that individual. And if they feel that same way, then you know it's not it. And once you kind of come to that compromise and you figure out where you guys mesh and where's the alignment and that it's long term and it's forever and that they vow and you vow, that's where you know you found your wife. Then you can be like, okay, let's spend time together. Let's get over 600 hours. Not instantly see this person say, I want to be with them forever. No. Spend actual time with them. Do actual things to find out, is this person someone I can actually handle? 600 hours. Go on a road trip. Go on a road trip and see if you can see all their little things throughout a road trip. What they care about, what their pet peeves are, where they like to go eat, what places they like to visit, what do they like to do, are they active, are they not active, what kind of music do they listen to, do they not listen to my type of music, are they okay with my type of music, can we just stare off in the distance for a little bit and not have any words but still feel amazing, can we talk for hours and still be good, can we continuously have things, can we have this connection to where it's not going to get dull, are we curious enough to always be curious? And after those 600 hours, and I don't have to say it has to be 600 hours, I'm just using that as an example, then you know, okay, this is somebody that I can see myself being with for long term. They're going to be a great parent. I want to actually pursue this individual and make sure that we have kids at this date. Not schedule, but have a strategy in place. Make sure you guys spend time with each other first. Enjoy traveling. Because once you have a kid, you have a coat. And once you have that coat and you got to put it on, that's an extra anything. Okay? And you always got to carry them with them until they get to a certain date. Make sure you do all the lively, fun, amazing things with your significant other first. Go on those big trips. So that way it doesn't come, oh, I'll do that when the kids turn 18. No. Do it early on if you can plan it. If you're forced, if you're a parent who just has a kid and you just had a kid, I'm not saying you're wrong and I'm not saying you're bad by any means. I had that. Okay? I'm saying if you have the choice to prolong it and have it scheduled in a sense and a strategy in place, awesome. If you had kids and you just did it and you had kids, whatever, you don't get that choice. Not easily. And maybe you do because you have the financial instability, which is great and amazing. I love that for you. Okay? Vet them. You do all the amazing things. Spend 600 plus hours with each other. Then put a strategy in place on when and how you're going to have kids. Okay? That's my thought process. Great question. Cody says, that is very great advice. Thanks, man. That is why I have waited a long time. Finding one in church needs someone like me, but not me. I'm going to create a ClickFunnels survey for dates. I'm buying a bus and making it a home. That's one thing that will have to be mutual. Yeah. See if they have those same beliefs. See if they want to do those same things. See if they're adventurous enough to do it with you. See if they're willing to follow your lead. Cody, one thing that I really love about you is you're a true, great, awesome man. As long as I've known you, and I've known him since middle school. Cody is an awesome, amazing dude, and he puts God first. I love that about you. One thing that I really love about Cody is he puts God first. You're amazing, bro. That's one thing that I can always say about you, is you always put God first. It's beautiful to see. Give your friends those roses. Give your friends those credit. Let them know what you admire about them, because they're not going to know unless you tell them. They can't read your mind. But I will tell you, as long as I've known Cody, that's one thing that I really admire about him. You're awesome too, bro. It's true. G. Gibbs, welcome. Felipe says, I've never been to the United States. Is it good? Depends on the way you look at it. If you think life is beautiful, it's beautiful anywhere. If you think life is bad, it'll be bad anywhere. Don't be victim-minded, and life will be amazing. Don't let your circumstances control you. You control your circumstances. And that's not like things can happen to you. It's about what you do here. Okay? Sammy says, I sliced a flap on the side of middle toe today by a glass chopping board when cleaning it today. You sliced up on your middle toe? You sliced it up? Oh no, you got 2 stitches. Yo. I'm going to be praying for you. I'm going to be praying for you. You guys, we can look at 2 things. One, let's pray for her. But we can look at 2 things. She got sliced a little bit, right? She got 2 stitches, or she could have lost a toe. How do you look at it? Right? Could have been worse. Could have been worse. But I'm blessed and I'm grateful that it's not. And Sammy, I am going to be praying for you. I pray that Sammy recovers fast. I pray that that was the worst of the worst that she could potentially go through life. I pray that she looks at it as a benefit, that she didn't cut off a toe or a foot or cause an infection. I pray that you continue to rise, and that you walk in the steps with faith, and know that we can only see one step at a time. But I'm glad that it didn't affect you in a way that doesn't allow you to walk. You're amazing. Chantel says, exactly that, Epic. She was lucky. Yeah. Exactly. Okay, here we go. Here's the next question. What would you tell someone that feels like they're being held back from trying to chase their dreams by a close friend or family member? Don't listen to that family member. That's what I would say. Don't listen to that family member. If you feel like you're being held back by a close friend or family member, don't tell that family member what you're going to do in regards to your passion or your dream. Continue to chase your dream. Just let them watch from the beside you. If it's a family member who doesn't believe in you, prove them wrong. If it's a friend who think it's impossible, look to the people who've already done it. You can see that it's possible. If it's something that hasn't been done yet, you're going to be the one to make it possible. You were born with a passion, a dream, a desire, a vision. God wants you to chase that. If that close friend or family doesn't believe in what you're chasing, continue to chase it and prove them wrong. They're not right. They may be right about certain things, and they may want the best for you at the end of the day. And maybe they do, maybe they don't. But if you're on your deathbed, which I hope is never and not for a long, long time, I hope it's well beyond the hundreds. But would you rather have a grudge because you listened to that close family member or friend? Would you rather have resent towards them, towards yourself? Would you rather regret not doing it because someone told you you can't or you shouldn't? That's going to weigh a lot heavier than you actually doing it, showing them wrong, and bringing back the goods. I urge you to continue to push forward, that you go through those trials and tribulations, and you blast through every hurdle that comes your way. Be resilient, have grit, and tell them if you need to tell them, I'm going to continue to do it whether you want me to or not. This is something that was born inside of me, and I'm not just going to let it go. You can either be with me or be behind me, watching me go through this journey. I may lose, I may win, I may fail, I may succeed, but it would be better with you next to me, cheering me on, helping me through it. But if you're not, I'm going to do it by myself. And I will find others who are doing it too, so we can go that journey together. I would rather it be you. But if you don't want to, and you don't want to support me in that way, and you want to hold me back with your words, I'm going to let them go in one ear and out the other, respectfully. Alex says, yo, what's up? What's up, bro? You're going to go to the doctor, Chantel? All right, bet. You definitely need to. I thought you meant you did because you went and got stitches. Go to the doctors. Make sure there's not an infection. Continue to move. Continue to move. And that's not doctor's advice, okay? I'm not a doctor, but go get it checked out by the doctor. Sammy sent out the ghost. Let's go. Cody says, remember, we are all being refined. It's a process. Don't beat yourself up and just make the right change. You guys, I've been through so much in life, making good choices, bad choices, right choices, wrong choices. You have to live and learn, and sometimes you have to do it in order to find out. And that's okay. That is okay. Go live. Go learn. Go try things. Go try it 1,000,000 times. So that way you can say, I gave it my all. And I didn't listen to the people who thought I couldn't. Okay. Next question. My heart breaks seeing my best friend struggle with their breakup, but I don't know how to help them feel okay. How do I show up for someone I love when they're hurting? It's a good question. It's a good question. You care about your friend. You know that they're hurting. They're going through a breakup. How can you show up for them? They're in love. They have to grieve. How do you do that? You start by asking how you can show up for them. Everyone's different. Everyone requires certain things. Some people require nothing. Some people need silence. Some people need a shoulder. Some people need a long hug. Some people don't need a hug. Some people just need distance. Some people need that phone call. Some people need you to listen. Find out in what way they need you to show up. But check on them. If you care this much that you're asking this question, check on them. Even if they need that distance. Even if you just got to sit there and be silent and just sit there with them. You don't know whether that breakup is forever. You don't know if that breakup is temporary. They might have a little fight that leads to a rupture that leads to the breakup because they didn't fix that rupture, but now they have a breakup and they come back over time. Encourage them. Encourage them to grow. Encourage them to better themselves. Encourage them to have that glow up after the relationship. Encourage them to go work out. Encourage them to breathe and meditate. But not just encourage, show them that outlet. Give them a choice. Say, hey, I really wanted to get some things off my mind, and I thought a meditation would work. Would you like to just go to the park and sit with me for a little bit and us just work on our breathing? Hey, I really want to go to the gym. I know I've had some pent-up feelings, and I know that going to the gym would really help. Would you like to go to the gym and just let some of our testosterone out together? Hey, I've really heard that grounding helps. You know, if we just walk barefoot through the park and maybe touch a few trees, I really feel like the grounding would help us with a little bit of relaxation and anxiety and calm, the blood that's consistently flowing inside of us and allow good circulation. Would you be down to just go for a walk with me barefoot? Hey, I heard just long, quiet drives really clear the mind. And I've had a lot on my mind recently. Would you want to just go for a ride with me? Just get out of town? Find out how they want you to show up and use some of these resources of coping skills to convert it. Don't make it feel like, oh, this is something that we need to do because it's going to make you feel better. Present it in a way that builds a picture. Not that you're calling them up, or calling them out, you're calling them up. Cody says, be present, truthful, and be kind. Yeah, being present is essential. Being truthful is key. But make sure you're not too truthful where you're going to hurt their feelings. Be candid, but not too candid sometimes. If you didn't like that other individual, and you straight up tell that person, well, I didn't like them anyways, they might end up with that person again, and now they don't want to hang out with you because they're back with that person and they feel a certain way. What you could do is, hey, I know you're really going through it. I know that this breakup is really tough for you and you really cared for this individual. I know if you work on yourself, you'll inevitably get to a point that you can either come back to that relationship healed or you can exit that relationship healed. Either way, you're working on yourself, you're growing, and you're healing. But you do need to grieve. Don't make that person feel bad that you didn't like this individual. Now they have to feel this other feeling. They're already feeling things. Don't point out all the bad things that other person did, because maybe they felt all the good things that person did for them. And if you're in a relationship, don't tell your friends all the things that happen within that relationship, because you just might have a moment and you might get back with that person. And friends don't forget, relatives don't forget. I'm not saying don't tell everything. I'm saying if it's going to harm you, hurt you, or you're going to hurt somebody else in the time being, you got to let it be known so somebody can help you out of that situation, get you mentally right. Because sometimes people who are hurt other people. So you got to kind of check in to see where they're at, what type of person they are. And I like that. Be present, be truthful, be kind. Yeah, you got to be kind. Because let's say you say some hurtful things during that moment and they get back with that person. They're going to know. And they're going to feel a certain way. And also it comes down to it is if you talk bad about other people, who comes to say that you're not talking bad about them? Talk good about everyone. When you talk good about people, whether they talk good or bad about you, you know that there's other people out there that are going to be speaking great words when you're not in the room. Okay? Cody says, I've learned breakups shouldn't break you. That's a sign you need to be happy alone first. Yeah, it's going to hurt. There's a lot of grieving to that process. But if you're happy and you love yourself and you love to be alone anyways, not just be alone, but that you're happy enough that when you are alone, you're happy, that you're okay, you're content, it's going to be that much more easier. And you're not going to feel that desperate need for that connection, if that connection's bad or wrong or not for you. That you won't revert back to a toxic relationship, that you'll understand your boundaries and your needs, and you'll go to something where you do belong and you are valued. Great question. Great question. What's up, Jennifer? What's up? How you doing? Talk to me. Talk to me. Today's Motivational Monday, guys. This is where I give you guys motivation, life experience, give you a different way of thinking, some optimism, some positivity. And ultimately, I'm here to help you. Vex says, have a great day, bro. Thank you, Vex. I appreciate you. You as well. You as well. Sammy smashing that like button. Let's go. Here we go. Next question. I'm 29 and still living at home, trying to save for my own place. My siblings have all moved out, and I feel like I'm behind. How do I deal with the pressure from my parents and society? You're still a baby. You're still young. 29 is young. You just got out of high school 10 years ago. Just, only. You're young. There's people in their 50s, 60s who haven't figured it out. There's people on their deathbed that haven't figured it out. Sometimes your parents don't got it figured out. If you're 29, living at home, saving for a place, come up with a strategy. Come up with a 5-year plan. Come up with a 1-year plan. Go from a 5 and reverse engineer how to get to where you want to be. If you know that you ultimately want your own place, how long is it going to take you to get to your own place? Do you have the foundation? Do you have the job? Do you have the funds? Do you have the credit? If you don't have the credit, work on your credit. If you don't have the funds, get a job. If you have the funds and you have the credit and you just need a little bit more foundation, cool. Build that foundation up more. Create that nest egg. You want that nest egg. And if you guys don't know what a nest egg is, it gives you the ability to have 6 to 12 months or 12 months to a year or a year to 2 years worth of funds that will allow you to maintain your lifestyle. So if your lifestyle is $5,000 a month, well, then you need to go based off that year and say, okay, 5,000 times 12 is what? Okay, that's what I need to come up with in order to be foundationally sound. If you're one of those people who don't need 5,000 and you only need 2,500, okay, cool. How do I come up with 2,500 for the next build up that nest egg for 12 months? Now I know that if anything goes wrong when I get my own place, that I have this nest egg to fall out on. That I would have 12 months or 6 months worth of funds to be like, okay, I'm going to figure it out during this time. Some people create that nest egg of 6 to 12 months and they work for 6 months and then take 6 months off and work for 6 months and 6 months off. Depends on how you do it. But if you know, hey, my lifestyle is too expensive and I can't live up to that at the moment, there it is. That's exactly where I'm going. That's exactly where I'm going, Cody. If you know your lifestyle is too expensive, what do you need to cut down on in order to make it manageable? And there it is. Are you eating out too much? Do you have too much outgoing expenses versus incoming? What can you do to magnify or maximize your input or maximize your funds coming in versus your funds going out? Do you have a car payment? Okay, I have a car payment. Okay, cool. Let me stack enough to where it's going to cover 6 to 12 months, or let me stack enough to pay this car off, mom and dad and society. Once this car's paid off, it just freed me up $300 to $600 or even $1,000 sometimes, $300 to $1,000. Okay, now I freed that up. Now I have $300 to $1,000 free. Now I can utilize it in a different way. Am I eating out too much? Okay, cool. What is it that I really like and enjoy? What's the one place that I love to go to that I'm struggling to cut out of my life? Okay, I really like to go to this fancy restaurant and it costs me $200 every time I go there, and it's something that I really love. Okay, can you do it once a month? Can you do it once a quarter? Can you do it once every 6 months? Can you do it once a year? Reverse engineer, find out what works best for you. Are you spending too much money on gas? Okay, cool. Spending too much on gas? Where am I going? Do I need to go those places? Is it a necessity? Oh, you know what? I got to do those things anyways. I got to do all that traveling. Think about an electric car. Have both, a gas and electric. Pay off that gas one, get an electric one. I'm not saying add on to your bills, but I'm saying what can cut it off. If you're not paying on a car, get an electric one. That way you don't have to pay for gas. Okay? Find out where you want to be, reverse engineer from there, ask for support from your family. Society, it doesn't matter what people think, people are always going to think. You're not going to know 99% of these people when you're 90 anyway. Who cares what they think? Who cares? I don't care. Anybody can think whatever they want from me. Some people think I'm absolutely amazing. Some people think I'm absolutely terrible. Some people think I'm a hero. Some people think I'm a villain. That's okay. Because it's what you know. It's what you feel. If your parents are willing, if you come to them with a game plan and say, hey, this is my game plan. This is my plan for 12 months. This is going to give me the ability to build up at least this nest egg that I can go out and get on my own and then be supported. They're going to be, in most cases, parents who really love you and they see that you have a plan and you know where you want to be and you know what you want to do, they're going to support you. But if you're just kind of mooching along and not building up that nest egg and just going month by month and not helping out around the house and just utilizing, they're not going to have that faith, and they're going to look back and be like, yo, he's not doing anything. She's not doing anything. Have a plan. Come to them with the plan, even if you got to sit them down. And if they're not okay with that, say, okay, if you're not okay with me building this nest egg and building this foundation, what do I need to do around the house, which you should be doing anyway, to be able to make sure that you guys are okay on a month-to-month basis? Okay, you want me to pick up a bill, what do I gotta do? Mona, plans are great. I know. I'm not really good at planning, but I know how important they are, guys. I know that when you need a plan, I'm really, really good at immediate plans. I'm really good at like bop, 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 bop. But if you think 5 years, I'm like, dang, okay, I got to reverse engineer from this. It's a little tough. But if you know people around you who are good at strategizing and good at planning, reach out to them and say, hey, I'm struggling in this area. I know you're really good at this area. Could you teach me? Could you show me? Could we just take a day where we can set up a plan together? In most cases, they'll be okay with helping you because they want the best for you and they specialize in this. They're a genius in this. And they may come to you and be like, you specialize and you're a genius in this. Could you help me here? Yeah. Cody says, don't care what others think, but don't use it as an excuse for bad behavior. Exactly. You got to work internally. Don't care what your family thinks. Don't care what society thinks. Come up with a plan. Strategize. Get that nest built. When you have that nest built, and sometimes you don't have that choice. But if you can, do it. Okay? Also, I've said it once, I've said it twice, I've said it a million times. People succeed at different times. Some may succeed early on in life and have kids later. Some may have kids early on and have success later. It's all different. Don't look at people and be like, yo, they made it, why can't, I'm not going to make it. They already, they already have a house and on 5 cars and a great lifestyle and all the things, and I'm here, I have kids and blah, blah, blah. No, don't think like that. Think like, oh, okay, I had this early, now I get to have kids early. Now I know that later on in life, one, I'm not going to be old. Might be old with grandkids, but that's cool. I'm going to get that success. Everyone has that success. It's just, do you want to reach it? Or do you want to be a sheep? You could be a sheep. I'm not going to be a sheep. I don't think you should fall into that. I think society will tell you to be one way. Create your own. And if it doesn't work, pivot. You can always pivot. People pivot at 19, people pivot at 32, people pivot at 60. Prime example is the KFC dude. He created KFC at like 60 years old. He pivoted. Successful. Oprah. Morgan Freeman. Sylvester Stallone. Jim Carrey. All these individuals, they had to go through this process where everybody went against them. The world was telling them. Society was telling them. They went against it. They created their own. Okay? Mona says, I have a 1, 3, 5, and 10-year plan. Ooh. And daily plans. I know you do. I know you do. Sherry says, I hate thinking of other plans. Well, be curious. Be curious. When you're curious, you'll never stay stagnant. You'll continue to grow. If you tell yourself, I'm not good at something, guess what your brain's going to do? It's going to show you that you're not good at something. If you tell yourself, I'm curious about being better at this, your brain's going to show you on how to be better at that. Cody says, yes, it starts with daily plans. Start small and then grow them. Look up Robert Muse Bass. Tell us a little bit about that, Cody. I don't have the ability to look it up right now, but tell us. Here we go. Do I play Fortnite? Yes, I do play Fortnite. Vex says, how do I avoid fake people and people that only look for perks in me? Because I feel like that's something I've been going through. If you feel like it's transactional, one, you got to give trust until the trust is broken. That's the first thing, okay? Give trust until trust is broken. If it feels transactional, if you feel like this person's being transactional, get rid of them. You can always change your circle. Life is not transactional. And if people around you are being transactional and they're going to use you and you feel it, get rid of them. I've changed my circle so many times and I'm cool with it. I've had family members be transactional. I've had friends be transactional. When I went to Beast Games and I came back, I experienced a lot of transactional. I experienced so much transactional. I'm good. I got rid of them. Keep them at a distance. You don't have to get rid of them, but keep them at a distance. Don't let them use you. And if you do let them, don't feel bad about it. Let's say somebody got over $1,000 on you and they're not giving it back. Cool. Well, guess what? I'm going to have millions. You just lost out on a chance to be involved in millions. For $1,000? Good. I'm glad I learned who you are. See ya. Okay? It's better to learn early than later. Jay says, why do squirrels swim on their backs? Bruh, that's a good one, Jay. That's a good one. That's a good one. That's funny. He put the answer in the chat, guys. Andy says, Chill says, Ayo, are you gain eager? I have no idea what that is, and I don't know what that is. All right, moving on. William says he is an oil tycoon who has an aerospace company. He is a planner. And he's referring to Robert Muse Bass. Robert Muse Bass is an oil tycoon who has an aerospace company, and he is a planner. I like that. I like that. That's really cool. When did he start? When did he do that? When did he make that pivot? Final question. Let's go. Jay says, you seem like a positive dude. I am. That's why I'm here. God put me here on another day because somebody out there needed me. I'm blessed with another day of waking up because somebody needed me in life. I'm not here for myself. I'm here because someone needs me. And I'm blessed. I'm thankful for that. Final question is, I know I need to commit to a career path and desperately want to go all in, But every time I try, I dive in for a couple of weeks, then I fall off and end up back at square one. How do I overcome this? Easy. This is easy, y'all. This is easy. You start it off with every time. Make it one time. And what I mean by that is choose something and stick with it. Choose something and stick with it. For at least 1,000 tries. Benjamin Franklin, right? Who created the light bulb, guys? It may not even be Benjamin Franklin. I don't even know. But that dude tried 1,000 times and then created the light bulb. Be like him. Try 1,000 tries. Get enough experience. Get enough knowledge in it that you're like, okay, I tried everything. There you go, Thomas Edison. Thank you, bro. See what I'm saying? That's why I didn't commit to that. I didn't commit to knowing who did it because I was like, yo, I think it's this cat. But I knew it was somebody else. Thomas Edison tried 1,000 different tries and then finally came up with the light bulb. Be like Thomas Edison. Tried 1,000 times. If you don't give it a go 1,000 times and go through failure after failure after failure after failure, how are you going to appreciate when you succeed? We have trials and tribulations with whatever we're going to go through. Don't just get over that one hump and get stuck at that wall. Jump over that wall. Phase through the wall. Use a sledgehammer to knock that wall in. Turn that wall into a window. Look through. Knock on it. Blast through. Go all in. And not just for a couple weeks. Not for a couple weeks. If you're finding that you're getting bored after a couple weeks, then you're not really interested in it. You weren't really that passionate about it. Because if you were really passionate about it and you really, really liked that thing and you really wanted to give it a go, those hurdles won't stop you. Those walls won't stop you. Those people and society won't stop you. There ain't nothing in this world that can stop you when you're passionate about something. It's not. You won't let it. Build trust within yourself. And I'm going to pause it there for a second. Yo. Okay, I'm going to be either on my way right after this question, or you can ask your Lola if she wants to drop you guys off, one of those two. So I'm on my last question, so she can either drop you guys off or wait till I'm done with this last question. Okay. It's up to you. I don't want you to wait around and be there longer than expected, but I'm on my last question. So what I do is Motivational Mondays. So sometimes let's say you ask me a motivational question. Sometimes it takes me 2 minutes. Sometimes it takes me 5. Sometimes I go on a tangent. Okay. All right. Ciao. Love you guys. Cool. So here we go. So let's get back into it. If you're passionate about something, you're not going to give up at the first hurdle. You're going to continue on. Nothing in this world is going to be able to stop you. You have resilience, you have grit, and you have drive. You're good. You just got to show the commitment and build trust within yourself. You haven't tried something long enough to build that trust within you. You keep going that few weeks and you're losing that trust because the few weeks you're like, all right, I'm good. My body's accustomed to like a few weeks and then I'm good. So guess what? Your body in a few weeks is going to just be like, I'm good. Build trust to go past that few weeks. If you know it's a few weeks and you know that's your limit, build a little bit of muscle. And what I mean by that is the more you flex, the more it expands. If you know it's 3 weeks, flex that muscle a little bit more. Give it 4 weeks. Flex that muscle. Give it 5. Flex that muscle 6. Flex that muscle 3 months. Okay? You overcome it by building trust within yourself that you say, I'm going to do this for this amount of time. You don't just say, I'm going to do it for 3 weeks and I'm good. That's the first thing. Secondly, find what you're actually passionate about, because it doesn't sound like you're passionate about any of that. If you were, you would continue. Try all the things and find out what you're actually passionate about. Once you find what you're passionate about, you're going to keep on keeping on. All it sounds like to me is you didn't find out what you actually like. Build trust within yourself. Actually sit down for a while. Write it down. I like this. I like this. I want to try this. I want to try this. I'm going to do this. I'm going to try that. This is something that I really like. Then look through that list and be like, what's the top 3 things that I actually care for? That I actually could see myself doing for a lifetime and just have fun? Or just let that be the first effing question. Be like, yo, what do I actually see myself doing for a lifetime, and it's not a job, it's just me having fun? Then that's what you need to do. And you need to teach others to do it. Maybe your thing is 3 weeks. Okay? Maybe you are one of those people who could just record themselves and be like, yo, I'm going to try this for 3 weeks. Let's see how it goes, everybody. Yo, I'm going to try this for 3 weeks. My series is about me trying things for 3 weeks. Let me see how it goes. Okay? You're a 3-week person where you try things for 3 weeks, but you record your process doing it. Let people join you for those 3 weeks. See how it goes. Maybe you continue it. Or maybe you just keep on going to the next thing until you actually find out what you really love, and then you do that for life. But you can make this a segment. People would watch it. I'd watch it. I'd be like, yo, let's see. This guy's gonna do it for 3 weeks. Let's see what he's gonna do in 3 weeks. Cool? And it doesn't even have to be a guy. It could be a girl. Yo, you want to try something for 3 weeks? Okay, cool. I'm gonna watch you. I'm gonna see what you do. I'm gonna see what you learn. I might learn something. I might want to just see you do it for 3. You doing it for 3 weeks might encourage me to do it for longer than you. It might actually put me on my life path. You might even learn to lead people to their life paths by doing something for 3 weeks. That might be your genius. Your genius very well may be doing things for 3 weeks. And try all the things you can. But show that process. Show your journey. Let people join in. And you very well may find your own thing that you like, or help somebody else do it. It's like Dirty Jobs. You ever see Dirty Jobs? He don't do something more than one episode. That's cool. I loved watching it. I love watching him just do it one time. That was cool. Be that person. That's cool. There ain't nothing wrong with it. That's what I got. Sammy says, I'm the same. I can't choose between mechanic and carpentry. Try them both. Try them both. Record that process. Record that process. Show people. Be like, yo, I don't know if I want to be a mechanic or a carpenter. Here's me giving it a go. Watch me on my 3-week process. Sammy says, ask Lowlife. Who's Lowlife? I don't know who that is. William says, haha, still trying to stay consistent. That's what I appreciate about you, man. Yeah, I'm always consistent, y'all. That's one thing that I'm really good at. When I start something, I don't stop it. I don't stop it. You may need some little in-between breaks where you're like, okay, hey, I just need to rest for a day or 2 days, get my energy back, whatever it is. Consistency ain't no flaw. Consistency is going to get you there. I started streaming in 2018, everybody. I started making content in 2014. In 2018, making live stream content. I don't stop. Only reason I ever in the past have had to take a break is because either my equipment went down and I had to get new equipment. But I still persevered. I still figured it out. I still figured out how I can. Or I had to lay it down and make sure that I took care of my family. But consistency is not a problem. I will always live stream. I love live streaming. I love making content. Yeah, Cody. He says, I remember those John Wick days. That's right. John Wick was my number one go-to in Fortnite. Still is one of my favorite skins. They have so many skins now. Jay says, half of the live stream on here are that brain rot stuff, people pretending to sleep for subs. At least you're being proactive with your audience. Thanks, Jay. Thanks, Jay. I appreciate that. Thank you. I want to help. I'm not here for myself. I'm here for you guys. That's what Motivational Monday is. I have the energy on Mondays when most people don't have energy on Mondays. They're at their lowest because they don't want to return to work. Well, guess what? You go to your work day, you come to see me, and I'm going to make you feel good for the rest of the week. That's my mission. I'm here to bring you a smile and positivity. Now, I love you guys. We're here today, but we're also here tomorrow, 6 p.m. EST. Make sure you guys see me tomorrow, 6 p.m. EST. If you guys want to be able to live stream and you don't know where to start, visit stand.store/Epic Smasher. Stand.store/Epic Smasher. Type in !store in the chat. It will take you there. There's an ebook where you can become a ultimate live streamer, and how you can do that is by getting the ultimate guide to live streaming. I have over a decade worth of live streaming and content creation experience in there that will teach you. You can get one-on-one coaching with me, not only for live streaming but motivational coaching. There's a lot of opportunities in there. I love you guys. I love you guys so much. Prime says, this is why Smasher is better. I'm gonna buy the book soon. Let's go. That's how you know you cool. Cody says, haha, dude, I went into work today and everyone had that Monday vibe. It was eerie. Well, guess what? Today's my work day. Today's my work day. It's Monday. This is what I do for work. Guess what? It's not work to me. It's fun. I found something that I can do for the rest of my life and have fun. I want you guys to do the same. I love you. See you tomorrow, 6 p.m. EST. I'll catch you guys on the flip side.